All right, thank you all for joining us this evening and welcome to our New York City Public Schools Plan Today, Teach Tomorrow information session. We know that people are joining us from lots of different points in their career, so we are going to actually launch a poll here to learn a little bit more about you and who's with us on the call today, so please take a minute to complete the poll. Okay, I'm seeing that around half of us are already enrolled in a teacher preparation program. We have some folks who already graduated from their teacher preparation program, others who are interested in applying. So we have people from different points in the process here with us today. And don't worry, we will have information that's pertinent to all of you. So thank you for joining us. So before we begin, I want to give a little information about the GoToWebinar app. Throughout our session today, you can use the question and answer function to submit feedback, share your questions. We have folks in the chat who are prepared to answer your questions. You will also receive a recording of this webinar after it's over. You'll receive that sometime tomorrow, so don't worry if you miss something. Throughout the session, we'll also share QR codes to different resources. You can use the camera on your phone to scan those QR codes and open those links. If you miss any, again, don't worry. We will send a follow-up email with those resources and with the recording to the session, so you won't miss anything. Before we do anything else, I want to share the best thing that you can do is subscribe on our website. Sergio, if you could send the subscribe form link in the chat, please. I just shared it with you as well. If everyone could take a moment and subscribe, that is the best way to stay up to date on all the information, all the resources you have access to at New York City Public Schools.
No problem, Steph. I just pinned it there in the chat, so everybody who joins in afterwards, they will be able to see this link as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sergio. Everybody, please subscribe. It is really the most important first step here. I'll share this again at the end, but please take a moment and subscribe. So today's session is primarily for those of you who are enrolled in teacher preparation programs, but are not graduating this year. This session is for folks who want to plan their pathway to the classroom. So today we'll give you an overview of what to expect on your journey and share some tips and resources to help support you. So I'll start with an overview of New York City Public Schools. We'll talk a little bit about the need for educators like you in our classrooms right now. And then we'll give a little overview of what the pathway looks like. What does the road look like from a student to a teacher at New York City Public Schools? I'll give a little bit of information on our application and hiring processes. We have a whole dedicated information session to diving into that application process, another one to really diving into different steps in this process. So we'll give an overview today, but as you move through this process, we'll have more information for you, more sessions tailored to your next phase in the journey. Then we'll end with some questions. So let's dive in here. As I said, I'll start with an overview of New York City Public Schools, give you a snapshot of the district, talk a little bit about why you should want to work with us, and what supports and opportunities you can expect throughout your career as a teacher at New York City Public Schools. When you join New York City Public Schools, you really join the largest and most dynamic district in the nation. With over 900,000 students who speak over 180 languages and a network of over 77,000 fellow teachers, New York City educators have a unique privilege and responsibility to jumpstart the next generation of innovators, leaders, and citizens. New York City Public School students represent a wide range of backgrounds, identities, languages, learning needs, and they really need teachers who reflect their diversity and are ready and able to support their learning. So whatever your background experience is, your skill set is, there are students in New York City Public Schools waiting for a teacher like you. New York City has 1,600 schools that are as diverse as our students and the distinctive neighborhoods that they serve. From neighborhood schools with deep roots in their local community to smaller thematic schools in the performing arts. We have schools with a focus in STEAM, humanities, dual language schools. Whatever your interest or passion may be, I assure you there is a school for you at New York City Public Schools. You can choose a school that fits your teaching philosophy and really engage with a community of like-minded professionals. Within our schools, teachers build personal connections with their students, with their colleagues, with families, to support relationship building and learning outcomes. And we'll talk later about how you can really find your fit and navigate the job search process here at New York City Public Schools. So who are we looking for? We are dedicated to attracting and retaining the very best teachers for our schools. We look for passionate, collaborative, and committed teachers who reflect the incredible diversity of our student body. We look for teachers who are passionate. Our team of exceptional educators are truly passionate about educating urban students, truly believing in the power education can make in students' lives. Our teachers thrive on constant learning and collaboration with their colleagues. Our teachers really go above and beyond for their students. They understand students' challenges and embrace their potential. I'll speak more about this later. We speak teachers who are as diverse as our students. We know that our teachers play a key role in putting our students on the path to colleges, careers, and a lifetime of learning. So what are some of the benefits of teaching at New York City Public Schools? Well, first and foremost, you make a difference in the lives of your fellow New Yorkers, maybe even those in your local community. You focus on building a better future. You can use your skills to help develop the nation's next leaders, innovators, and educators. You build relationships with colleagues who are dedicated to a shared goal. And you'd be joining a robust network of over 70,000 fellow teachers. Here you can hear from two New York City Public Schools teachers. Here on the left, we have Sergio, different from the Sergio on our call today. Sergio graduated from Brooklyn College, and he teaches middle school English language arts. And here he says, if you're here, it's because you are passionate about education and helping students learn in the most diverse city in the world. On the right here, we have Charlene. Charlene teaches science in a high school focused on supporting English language learners. And she has the opportunity to support her students during really critical years as they're learning English and preparing for college study in the health sciences. And she says working and living in New York City affords you a range of opportunities you don't see elsewhere. So wherever possible, we really like to highlight the voices of our teachers and what their experiences have been. Here I have a video from one of our teachers, and so I'll play this for you now.
I've always wanted to work with kids. My bachelor's degree was in psychology and sociology. I decided that instead of going that route, I wanted to pursue my education master's and start teaching. What's beautiful about teaching now is that we are all in this together. We all work together. We all collaborate together. I'm here to facilitate. I'm not here to lecture them for the entire period. They get to experience learning with each other. They get to experience making mistakes and learning from their mistakes. They get to experience exploring. Go for it. Being a teacher is like no other career. It's just so amazing how you can come into a building and work with a group of kids. You're shaping the future. Working in the community that I grew up has made me the person that I am today. I know the world better, and that's because I am a teacher and I work at PS 178 and I work in New York City and I work in Washington Heights, and I love it.
We think it's always most effective when you can hear from our teachers directly. I want to jump into sharing a little bit about our salaries here at New York City Public Schools. On September 14th, 2026, salaries will start at $71,314 for those with a bachelor's degree and no experience, and around $80,000 for those with a master's and no experience. So your teacher starting salary varies based on your education level and your experience. And you can also earn additional compensation for teaching after school or summer school programs and for teaching in demanding environments. We like to give a sense of what your salary could be in the future at New York City Public Schools. So if you were currently in your 8th year of teaching, with your master's plus some additional credits and professional development courses, you would be at $106,907. If you have 15 years of teaching at New York City Public Schools with your master's degree and those same credits and professional development courses, you would be making over $128,000. Remember, this is using the pay scale for the 2026 school season, but these rates are subject to increase with the yearly raises that are negotiated in the UFT contract. But this is just to give you a sense today what you could be making in these two situations. You can find additional resources regarding salary on these web pages. Again, you can use your phone to scan these, but we'll also send out a recording and we'll send out these resources after the session. You can also find links to these resources in our help center and on our website as well. Here I can share a little bit about the robust benefits that we offer at New York City Public Schools. We offer comprehensive health insurance plans that include dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Some of the plans require no employee contribution. We also offer annual retention bonuses, prorated during your first year and increasing each year. As a New York City Public School teacher, you're also a member with the United Federation of Teachers. You're enrolled in a pension plan. And New York City Public School employees are eligible for many additional benefits, including commuter benefits, college savings program, and employee discounts on everything from technology and media to travel and education. In addition, scholarships, financial incentives, and other special programs are available for many employees as well. Here, if you scan this QR code, you can learn a little bit more about exciting loan forgiveness programs you could be eligible for as a New York City Public Schools teacher. You can scan this QR code. Again, we'll send out more resources after the session as well. To give you a sense of the supports that you can expect as a new teacher, our new teachers in New York City really hit the ground running with the professional resources and learning opportunities they need that are really tailored just for them. And these are in addition to the career development opportunities that are available to all teachers throughout their career. So we offer robust supports for our new teachers that include in-person, online, and in your community setting. And these include New Teacher Week. New Teacher Week is an annual event where new teachers get inspiration from special guest speakers, learn about key policies, and engage with the United Federation of Teachers, or the UFT, and have the opportunity to network with their fellow teachers. We also offer school-based mentoring. New hires with an initial or Trans B license are assigned an experienced and trained mentor to support their growth throughout their first year. There's also the First Class newsletter, which is a monthly digital bulletin specifically for first-year teachers that spotlights vetted resources, teaching tips, and answers common new teacher questions. Teachers in New York City Public Schools, no matter where they are in their careers, also have access to professional development opportunities at their school. These include coaching, professional development days, after-school learning opportunities. In addition to these school-based supports, optional development opportunities are also made available by New York City Public Schools and the UFT. We also offer digital resources for busy teachers to find resources for your class and stay connected to opportunities and make sure you always have opportunities to extend your learning and your impact. Here I want you to have the opportunity to hear from a teacher and her mentor and learn more about what this mentor-mentee relationship looks like.
I was fortunate that my principal let me become her mentor. I feel it makes teaching even more enjoyable because you're responsible to hear out your mentees' ideas, and we get to learn from each other, like our different teaching styles.
Being open to feedback, because at the end of the day, your mentor wants you to be a better teacher. They're not trying to criticize you.
To be a new teacher coming to New York City, it can be intimidating, and to know that you're going to have someone within your academic subject area to support you is something that I think everyone should know that is offered from New York City.
We have a lot of phys ed teachers that were able to collaborate, we're able to share ideas to make the experience better for the students. Some students are individual and some do have different triggers. It's nice to ask a veteran teacher, you had this student for 3 years, what did you do that helped this student?
Other people have the same issues. It's not just you. You're not alone on an island. Like, other people are experiencing the same thing. Veteran teachers, rookie teachers.
We're very fortunate here, and being able to just bounce ideas off and learn from what other people are doing is just so great.
I can tell you as a former New York City teacher how impactful those mentor-mentee relationships can be. Throughout your career at New York City Public Schools, you have the opportunity to step into leadership opportunities, including model teachers, master teachers, and peer collaborative teacher roles. These teacher leader responsibilities can include leading a laboratory classroom, facilitating professional collaborations, coaching peers and colleagues, and advocating in leadership conversations. And stepping into one of these roles, you can earn an additional $20,000 per year. You can scan the QR code to learn more about these opportunities, or you can find information on our website and in our help center as well. Now I'll shift a bit to giving some information on the great need for educators right now. So I'll share a bit about something I know you all already know, the great importance of teachers and the impact that they have on students and communities. I'll talk a bit about the need we are facing in New York City right now and the areas where those needs are the most acute. A teacher's impact extends well beyond the classroom. Teachers impact student achievement 2 to 3 times more than any other aspect of schooling. Among school-related factors, studies show that teachers matter the most. When it comes to student performance on reading and math tests, teachers have 2 to 3 times the effect of any other school factor. That includes the services, the facilities, even the school leadership. Research has shown that a teacher's impact on their own class have what they call spillover effects for the entire school. So when you make an impact on students within your classroom, those students then go on to raise the level of achievement in their future classes as well. In a given school year, a teacher can make a huge impact on the students in their class. Students who read proficiently by the end of 3rd grade are significantly less likely to drop out of high school. Graduating from high school is associated with major life benefits, including increased wealth, health, and likelihood of employment. It is critical and central to our work at the Office of Teacher Recruitment and Quality that New York City recruits a teacher workforce that better reflects the diversity of our students. Research tells us that teachers who share their students' backgrounds and identities foster belonging and self-confidence and are linked to higher test scores, graduation rates, and college enrollment. To zoom in on one study from Johns Hopkins, researchers found that Black students who had at least one Black teacher were 13% more likely to enroll in college, 32% more likely with 2 Black teachers. Representation matters. Shared identity and background really matter. To give you a sense of the growing need for teachers, the New York State law limiting class sizes means the need for teachers across New York City is growing significantly. We're hiring at record rates, and we really need to be thinking long-term about how we are making sure we have a strong pipeline of high-quality educators to meet needs across New York City. New York City Public Schools is always growing, with new schools opening each year. This fall, we had 7 new schools open, so it's really a period of lots of opportunity here in the city. While we hire across all certification areas and backgrounds, we want to highlight the current hiring priorities for New York City Public Schools. These priorities can shift from year to year based on the needs of our schools. If you are not yet certified or are considering adding an extension to your certification, these are areas where principals will definitely be hiring and where there is a high demand for more teachers to be certified. So we encourage you to consider one of these areas where teachers are in high demand. Here you can see some subject areas where we have seen and expect to continue to see a fair bit of expansion over the coming years. Bilingual education, the largest need we're seeing is in Spanish, with other needs in Mandarin and other languages. Early childhood and early childhood students with disabilities, and career and technical education. One way you can promote success in your job search is by considering districts, neighborhoods, and schools where your talents are needed most. If you're certified in certain high demand subject areas, this is especially true. If you want to go where the jobs are, consider teaching in the Bronx and Brooklyn. This year, 52% of new hires occurred in schools in these two boroughs. It's important that you find a school that's the right fit for you, but make sure you don't exclude schools because they're slightly out of your comfort zone or in a different borough from where you live. Almost all of our schools are easily accessible by public transportation, and we have students who need great teachers in all 5 boroughs. Here I'll give a little overview of the road from student to teacher, your fieldwork and student teaching experience, New York City Men Teach and some of the supports they offer, and some other supports and resources that you can take advantage of during this time. First, I want to highlight New York State teacher certification is a requirement for a permanent teaching position at New York City Public Schools. So most of our applicants have already earned their certification or will have it by the time they plan to begin full-time teaching. If you are in a teacher preparation program, which I know at least half of you are, you must apply for New York State certification at nyced.gov, and you should submit your New York City teacher application while you are completing your certification requirements or while you're waiting for that certification. You do not need to wait until your certification is finalized in order to apply. I'll repeat that a few times because it's a common misconception here, and we want to make sure you can submit that application as early as possible. Here you can see an overview of the journey from student to teacher. First, as many of you already have, you enroll in a teacher preparation program. During your time at this teacher preparation program, you will participate in fieldwork and/or student teaching. This is where you'll have the opportunity to get hands-on teaching experience in New York City Public Schools classrooms. You'll build skills and make connections that will help you jumpstart a teaching career at New York City Public Schools. Once you're on track to be certified by September, you can submit your New York City Public Schools teacher application. This opens yearly in January, and the sooner you apply, the better. Applying early gives you opportunities to get an early offer from a school, potentially earn a stipend, and really take advantage of all of the early hiring supports that New York City Public Schools offers. As I said on the last slide, you'll also need to apply with the New York State Education Department for your New York State teacher certification. Your certification, I'm repeating, does not have to be finalized for you to submit that New York City Public Schools teacher application. You can submit these applications concurrently as long as you're on track to be certified by September. So once your application is reviewed and accepted, you gain access to the new Teacher Finder, which is our online portal where you can see job openings across the city. And during this period, New York City Public Schools has a range of job search supports to help you find your home at New York City Public Schools. There are many partners who support students through the different phases of their teacher prep journey. Teach New York offers one-on-one career coaching, which my colleague Prouty, who's joining us from our partner Teach New York, will talk about in a few slides here. Our office conducts regular application information sessions, walking through the application step by step. So when you're ready to start that application, we'll be here to walk you through that process. New York City Public Schools and our partners at Teach New York and CUNY offer test prep and certification support. New York City Public Schools hosts job search workshops and networking events. Students throughout their teacher training in their student teaching and fieldwork and as a new full-time teacher receive coaching and mentorship. Students have access, students like yourself. And then once you're a teacher, you have access to a wide range of professional development, and not to mention scholarships and stipends that are offered by New York City Public Schools and a range of our partners as well. I really could talk about so much more. We have so much to share with you today. So I'll move on here. Field work, also known as field experience, is your first major step into the classroom. I know from our poll earlier, some of you are already completing your field work. It's one of the best ways to prepare for a future career with New York City Public Schools. During fieldwork, you'll be embedded in a New York City Public Schools classroom, observing instruction, working with students, and learning what teaching looks like on a day-to-day basis. Fieldwork is also an incredibly important networking opportunity. Many principals hire directly from the student teachers and fieldwork students they've seen in action. These early relationships often lead to job offers once you're certified. Everything you do during fieldwork contributes to your readiness for student teaching certification and eventually your New York City Public Schools job search as well. Fieldwork and student teaching really matter because they're your first opportunities to step into the role of an educator. They give you an early glimpse into the impact you can have on students and communities. This phase really helps you understand why teaching feels meaningful. You see real students learning because of your presence. You build trust, you encourage growth, and you begin to see the difference that you can make as a teacher. More so, you get to implement everything that you've learned and build the bridge between theoretical and practical experience. Fieldwork helps you discover the kind of teacher that you want to become. You start to identify your strengths, your interests, and the environments where you feel most connected. It opens up possibilities, and many candidates realize through fieldwork that a particular age group, subject, or community deeply resonates with them, and this helps shape their future experience. So I encourage all of you to work with your school's placement officer to request to complete your fieldwork and then student teaching at New York City Public Schools. Our office works really closely with all New York City and many New York State colleges and universities, providing them with a robust list of schools for placement so you can find the right fit and have access to high quality, authentic instruction. So make sure you talk to your school's placement officer and request a placement at New York City Public Schools. Once you begin your full semester of student teaching, you have the opportunity to take advantage of New York City Public Schools student teacher program. Our student teacher program is conducted in collaboration with host schools, universities, and principals that are looking to hire new talent. And it provides student teachers with access to a wide range of exclusive resources, career opportunities, and professional development that's tailored to their journey. So as a student teacher, you can benefit from personalized mentorship from a cooperating teacher or mentor teacher. As exemplary educators, these mentors have undergone training to effectively supervise your student teaching experience and guide you through practical challenges and help enhance your learning. Student teachers also have information sessions that are designed just for them to help you gain insights into the certification and hiring process, along with best practices and tips for success that can help you stand out in your application process. There are also professional development opportunities just for student teachers, where you can engage in professional learning sessions that help bridge your student teaching experience with New York City Public Schools' key instructional priorities. We have a monthly student teacher newsletter to help you stay informed with updates, tips, and new opportunities within New York City Public Schools. We also offer early commitment support. So we help you connect with early hiring managers in priority districts as early as March to get ahead in your job search. Participating in early commitment opens up the possibility of earning stipends as well. Student teachers also have job search supports. You can take advantage of webinars and other resources to support your networking, build your interview skills, navigate the job search process, and gain really valuable insights into how you can research schools, find the right fit for you. We can help you craft a standout teacher resume and help track your progress towards certification. We like to hear from our student teachers about their experience. In a survey, last year's student teachers shared some really great feedback about their experience student teaching at New York City Public Schools. We want to make sure our student teachers have the supports and resources they need to secure full-time employment at New York City Public Schools after they graduate so they can continue building on the student teaching experience they had with us. So here you can see student teacher said, I really feel that student teaching has prepared me to be a better teacher. Student teaching made me want to be a part of the school community. I had space to explore, try new things, and find my way as the teacher I want to be. And we love to hear that because 50% of student teachers accept full-time jobs in the districts where they taught. Here is a quote from a first-year teacher. For those who value connection, purpose, and the joy of helping others reach their potential, teaching is not just a job, it's a calling. You can learn more about the benefits of the student teacher program by scanning this QR code on the left here. If you are currently a teacher at New York City Public Schools, or you're planning to complete your student teaching this year, you can scan the QR code on the right and make sure that you're on our list and you're benefiting from all the resources that we offer New York City Public Schools student teachers. You've seen what the journey looks like, but the good news is that you don't have to figure out each step on your own. New York City Public Schools and our partners offer a range of resources to help you build confidence, gain experience, and stay on track. So I'll walk you through some of the most impactful ones that can help you. These resources can help you learn about what a career in teaching looks like. You can access mentorship opportunities. You can take advantage of career coaching. I'll tell you where you can find some financial supports and how to utilize the tools and resources on the newly redesigned teachnyc.net. To help you get a sense of what it's like to be a teacher in New York City, you can browse Teach New York's library of articles on teaching in New York. So here you can see a few of these articles, such as how do teachers spend their summer, 5 reasons you should teach special education, or 7 New York teachers to follow on TikTok. I recommend taking a look at these articles. Again, we'll send out the resources as well after the session to really help you get a sense of what it would look like to be a teacher at New York City Public Schools. We also have a YouTube channel, New York City Public Schools, and it's full of inspiring videos where you can hear from teachers and really get inspired by the teachers working in New York City Public Schools. So I recommend you take a look at that as well. I really want to highlight the great supports offered by New York City Men Teach. New York City Men Teach operates chapters across 16 CUNY campuses, supporting college students who are preparing to become New York City Public School teachers. They offer academic support, financial support, professional learning opportunities, leadership development, and really so much more. New York City Men Teach helps interested students find the pathway to certification that makes the most sense for them. New York City Men Teach offers ongoing mentorship and development for new teachers as they find their footing in their schools and careers. So I recommend you check out their website and, you know, if your school has a chapter, that you reach out to them and benefit from their resources. I'm actually going to pass it over to our partner at Teach New York, Proudy. Take it away.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you guys for joining today. My name is Proudy, and I work with Teach New York, which is a nonprofit organization that is funded by New York State Department of Education, and we offer free resources to folks that are interested in becoming teachers or getting certified in becoming a teacher. One of the resources, and all of our resources are completely free. I just wanted to state that. One of the free resources that we offer to our subscribers is our career coaching. We currently have 8 New York State certified teachers who work with us to relay information to our subscribers about the certification process in New York State. We offer one-on-one and group coaching sessions. We've seen great success in that. We offer via text, call, or Zoom if you're interested in having a face-to-face connection. And we host monthly sessions. Our next session will be on Thursday, so we'll include all of that in the follow-up email. And the website also allows you to receive notifications and reminders for emails to help you through the process in whichever ed prep program or college and university you choose to pursue your certification with. Another amazing free resource that we offer to our subscribers is financial support. We offer subscribers $100 fee reimbursements for application-related expenses, including testing. So we understand that there is a huge burden that comes along with pursuing your certification, and that burden is finances. Oftentimes, folks want to pursue it, but they may not necessarily have the means. We want to make sure that we're helping mitigate that issue and push folks through in becoming certified. We also offer multiple $1,000 scholarships throughout the year, and we have all of those listed on the website. The $1,000 can, of course, be used towards your tuition. And like I said, we understand that affordability is a barrier, and we're helping folks to choose certification pathways that work for them to help them in getting as far as they can.
Great. Thank you so much, Proudy.
No problem.
I really appreciate you joining us, and I really recommend that everybody make an account at Teach New York and take advantage of their resources because they're really helpful. I want to highlight, I mentioned earlier that we recently redesigned our website for candidates, teachnyc.net. Really write down the website, bookmark it. It is the ultimate resource for all things related to teaching at New York City Public Schools. And it's been redesigned to provide new resources and tools to help you learn about New York City Public Schools and to find the pathway that's right for you. So I recommend that you check it out. Here I'll give a little overview of our application and hiring process. I'll share a bit about our application, internship certification, and what it looks like to find your fit here. As I said, we have dedicated information sessions on the different phases of this process, really walking you through every step of the application. So this will just be an overview, and when you're ready to do that application, you can come back to us and we'll be ready to support you through every step. Everyone who is interested in teaching for the upcoming school year must complete the New York City teacher application on our website. Oftentimes teacher candidates are asking us, should I wait to be certified before I apply? All teacher candidates should absolutely apply before their certification is issued. I will repeat this over and over. Applying before you're certified is recommended and is definitely expected. So don't wait until after your certification comes through to apply, because the delay can just delay your employment with New York City Public Schools. You will get your teacher certification through the New York State Education Department. So it's also important to note that NYCED is a separate entity from New York City Public Schools, and NYCED is the entity that issues your certification. So in short, if the New York State Education Department or NYCED says you are certified, then you're ready to be hired under your certification. So make sure you're working with your college or university certification officer to make sure you complete all your certification requirements. Certifications are now issued on a rolling basis, so the faster that you're certified, the easier it is for you to get hired. Just to give you a sense of the timeline for these steps so you can plan, the New York City Public Schools teacher application opens yearly in January, and then hiring mostly happens in the spring. And when you're ready to start your application, you can visit teachnyc.net, and you can see a screenshot here. You just click apply today, and you can see all the applications that are open. If the application is not yet open, make sure you subscribe so you get notified when that application does open. If you're not graduating this year, which I know some of us are not, you can still start teaching before you graduate under an internship certification. An internship certification is a 2-year certificate that is available to students who've completed at least half of their teacher preparation program leading to an initial certification. With an internship certificate, you can get hands-on teaching experience while you're finishing your degree and getting your initial certification. You begin teaching full-time and you start earning a salary while you're still in school. How does this work? Well, you can apply if you have completed 50% of an approved New York State graduate program leading to certification, you can complete the New York City Public Schools teacher application today, and you have to upload a letter from your university about your internship certification eligibility. So you can talk to your school about getting that letter, and you could complete the application today. You can find more information about this on our website as well. When you complete your fieldwork and student teaching with us at New York City Public Schools, you're really in a unique position in terms of networking because you are already on the ground in our schools. Here are some ways you can leverage these relationships to support your job search. You can ask your principal of your placement school if they have any vacancies for fall 2026. You can connect with teachers at your school about their networks. You can ask your field supervisor about any district connections that they may have to help support your job search. You can also network with your classmates about their student teaching experiences, get connected to folks at their placement schools. So by student teaching at New York City Public Schools, you really are jump-starting your job search process. As part of our student teacher program, you also have access to all the career and professional development opportunities that are exclusive to student teachers, including networking events. So make sure if you are a student teacher that you're registering to take advantage of these job opportunities and all these supports. Really, a very helpful tool in your job search will be the New Teacher Finder, or the NTF. Once you submit high quality application that is reviewed and accepted, you'll get access to the New Teacher Finder, where you can log in and search for teaching positions across the city. Here we can transition to next steps and questions. First, I want to highlight the online support center. You can visit our online support center for 24/7 support with the application and hiring process. The support center contains hundreds of articles about every stage of the application and hiring process. We also have a contact us button where you can submit your question to our help desk and get a personalized response. So we're not always able to answer questions about your unique situation during our info sessions, but if you want to ask a question about your unique situation, you can fill out our contact us form and someone will get back to you to give you more personalized support. As I said at the start of our session, the best thing you can do is subscribe so that you don't miss out on information, events, opportunities that our team is regularly sharing with subscribers. That is pinned in the chat, so make sure you complete that subscribe form and don't miss out on those opportunities. Make sure you follow us on social media. We're regularly sharing what's happening at New York City Public Schools. We have really active social media platforms. So don't miss updates on the application, recruitment events, and just news of what's going on in our schools and the opportunities that are available for teachers. So make sure to join the conversation. Before we transition to questions, I really wanted to end on this video. If I'm able to play it, and if not, we will just transition to questions. I apologize. Sergio, have you noticed any questions coming through in the chat, or were we able to get them all answered?
On my end, I don't see any unanswered questions that we received. So if there's any questions that anybody might have right now that maybe they didn't want to ask, I do see one coming in here. Okay. Yes, someone did ask about the Teaching Fellows, which is a great program. It's an alternative certification program that we have to get your certification over the summer. You do get a lot of support during the program. When you're in the school during the summer, you got a lot of support. And then once you're actually started in the school, they have teacher support there as well. I do know that while you're in the process of getting your certification, there are some test prep events that a lot of CUNY campuses have. That's something that you could definitely take advantage of whenever those are sent out.
Yeah, if you're interested in New York City Teaching Fellows, I recommend you go to our website to learn more about that program. Today's session was mostly tailored toward those of you who are already on your way to getting your teacher certification through a teacher preparation program. But for those of you who are interested in paths to certification, we have a whole info session on what are the different pathways to get certified if you're not enrolled in a teacher preparation program. So if you go to teachnyc.net and you go to our events page, you can even watch the recording of that info session right there on our events page as well. We thank you all for joining us today. We'll hang out on the line here to answer any questions that might come through in the chat, but we thank you for coming and hope that you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.
We just get through a couple of questions that came in here. I'll answer them individually since they are all different. So just give me 1 sec. Actually, somebody did ask about the process to becoming a substitute teacher. One thing that I do want to mention, if you don't, let's say you have a bachelor's degree, but it's not in a specific teaching certification area, you still are able to become a substitute teacher. I can write down the site where you can go to apply to become a sub. It's schools.nyc.gov/careers. You'll see a section about becoming a substitute teacher. That is similar to the paraprofessional route where you will fill out an interest form, and when the applications open up for substitute teaching, they will message you and see if you're interested in the position. I don't know when that opens up, but definitely if you fill out the interest form, then they will get back to you.
Sergio, I can answer a question that came in the chat here that says, how can I apply without having the certification? I'll clarify this. We got a lot of questions about this. You can submit your New York City Public Schools teacher application as long as you are on track to be certified by the upcoming school year. So when you go to complete that application, you will be asked to either submit proof of your certification or proof that you will receive that certification by September. So usually this is an on-track letter from your university or college stating that you're on track to be certified. You can also submit a screenshot of your Teach account as proof as well. We have information about this on our website on our on track page, so you can take a look there, but hopefully that answers that question.
Someone also asked if they're a student enrolled in a special education birth through 2 program. They're not currently certified. If you're going to get your certification by by September of this year, you can apply. You just need that on-track letter that Steph mentioned before in order to get through the application process and get into the new teacher finder where you can find positions all over New York City. The CBOs, they do have programs for teachers that are on a study plan. And that's something that you can find more information. I believe it's pinned in the chat at teachnyc.net. You'll find information about the CBOs and the study plans there as well. Same person that asked about the teaching fellows before. If you're going to be joining the teaching fellows, you get assigned they do their own process to get you a school assigned after you finish their summer program. Someone asked about their permanent science substitute teacher experience. If you are a substitute at New York City Public Schools, then yes, your substitute teacher experience will count, depending on, I believe it's in blocks of 85 days. So for every 85 days, they give you 1 step in your salary, but it has to be at New York City Public Schools. I believe it is already open for the CBOs. Let me link that here. and this would be for uncertified teachers.
I see somebody asked here about getting the proof that they are on track if they already graduated. It is very common for people who recently graduated to reach out to their schools and ask for these on track letters because they're required for the application. So even if you already graduated, you can still reach out to your school to get an on track letter to submit with your application. You can also submit a contact us form. If you submit a contact us form and give your name and a little bit about your situation, someone on our application services team can look up your Teach account and help advise you on how to show that you're on track.
Yes, Steph. In addition to that question that you answered, you would have to prove that you're on track for the master's program in special education. So you would reach out to the school that you're doing your master's in currently. Since the bachelor's is in a different subject area, you don't need to show proof of that. It would have to be on track for the special education degree specifically.
Thank you, Sergio.
Anthony asked about the if someone gets their certification without doing any classroom training, will they still be able to start teaching after obtaining a certification? I believe you have to have at least a bachelor's degree in some sort of pedagogical area, meaning some kind of like teaching experience, whether it was student teaching in your university or doing the teaching fellows where you were in the classroom during the summer. So you would need to have some kind of student teaching experience from your education degree before you are able to get certified. And again, and sorry, following up on that, I know, is it required to have a master's? You don't need to have a master's. You have to have at least a bachelor's in education and that student teaching classroom experience to get certified. And that's with graduating in an education pathway.
All right, I think we've answered most of the questions here. So I will stop the broadcast. Again, we'll follow up with the resources that we shared. And if you continue to have any questions, please make sure to submit the contact us form in the help center and someone from our team will get back to you. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Proudy, for joining us. Thank you, Sergio, in the chat, and have a nice evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.